Football, it's a game of skill, strategy, and endurance. But perhaps the most thrilling aspect of the sport is its unpredictability. Just when you think the game is over, the impossible happens. Football is no stranger to incredible comebacks that defy the odds and leave fans speechless. In this video, we're counting down the most unbelievable comebacks in football history, with a special focus on the 2024 edition. Strap in, because these are the moments that remind us why we love the beautiful game. 1. The Miracle of Istanbul, 2005 UEFA Champions League Final. Let's start with one of the most iconic comebacks in football history, the 2005 Champions League Final between Liverpool and AC Milan. At halftime, Liverpool was down 3-0, and it looked like Milan would cruise to victory. But in the second half, something magical happened. Liverpool scored 3 goals in a span of 6 minutes, bringing the game level at 3-3. The match went into extra time, and then penalties. Liverpool completed the impossible when Jerzy Dudek saved Andriy Shevchenko's penalty, securing one of the greatest comebacks ever seen on a football pitch. It's still talked about to this day, and as of 2024, it remains a reference point for any team facing a seemingly insurmountable challenge. 2. Barcelona's 6-1 comeback against PSG, 2017 UEFA Champions League. Next up, we have Barcelona's jaw-dropping comeback against Paris Saint-Germain in the 2017 Champions League round of 16. After losing 4-0 in the first leg, Barcelona needed a miracle to overturn the deficit, and that's exactly what happened. At Camp Nou, Barcelona scored 3 goals before PSG grabbed one back, making it 5-3 on aggregate. It looked like Barcelona's hope was fading, but 2 late goals from Neymar in the 88th and 91st minutes set the stage for the most dramatic moment, Sergi Roberto's 95th minute winner. The final score was 6-1, and Barcelona had completed the greatest comeback in Champions League history. This match remains legendary, and it's still hard to believe even in 2024. 3. Manchester United's last-minute heroics, 1999 UEFA Champions League Final. In the 1999 Champions League Final, Manchester United faced Bayern Munich, and for 90 minutes, Bayern was in control. They led 1-0, and the trophy seemed destined for the German club. But in stoppage time, United pulled off one of the most remarkable comebacks in football history. First, Teddy Sheringham scored in the 91st minute to equalize, and just moments later, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer slotted home the winner in the 93rd minute. In the space of 2 minutes, Manchester United turned certain defeat into victory, securing a historic treble. 2024's comeback stories will have to go a long way to match this legendary moment. 4. Real Madrid's 2022 Champions League run. Real Madrid's road to winning the 2022 Champions League was filled with unbelievable comebacks. In the round of 16, they overturned a 2-goal deficit against Paris Saint-Germain with a stunning hat trick from Karim Benzema. In the quarterfinals, they faced Chelsea, and despite losing 3-0 in the second leg, they found a way to send the match to extra time and eventually win. But the most incredible moment came in the semifinals against Manchester City. With City leading 5-3 on aggregate going into the final minutes of the second leg, Rodrigo scored twice in the 90th and 91st minutes to take the game into extra time. Benzema then scored the winning penalty, and Real Madrid went on to lift the trophy. Their 2022 run will go down as one of the most thrilling Champions League victories ever. 5. Leicester City's escape from relegation, 2014 to 2015 Premier League season. Before Leicester City became Premier League champions in 2016, they pulled off one of the most incredible escapes from relegation. With only 9 games left in the 2014 to 2015 season, Leicester was rock bottom of the Premier League and looked destined to go down. But then, something clicked. Under manager Nigel Pearson, Leicester won 7 of their last 9 games and miraculously survived. This great escape was the foundation for their unbelievable Premier League title win the following season. It's a story that shows that in football, anything is possible, no matter how bad the odds may seem. The 2023 UEFA Europa League Final, Sevilla versus AS Roma. The 2023 Europa League Final between Sevilla and AS Roma delivered one of the most stunning comebacks in recent history. Roma took the lead early, and it looked like Jose Mourinho's side was set to win another European trophy. However, Sevilla, a club known for their Europa League prowess, had other ideas. Trailing 1-0 until the 80th minute, Sevilla found an equalizer from an unlikely source. an own goal. With Roma stunned, Sevilla pushed the game to penalties, where they secured a dramatic win to lift their 7th Europa League trophy. It was a comeback for the ages, and one that cemented Sevilla's status as kings of the competition. 7. The 2024 UCL knockout stage comeback. Now let's talk about a comeback from the 2024 Champions League knockout stage that has already made waves. Manchester City faced Inter Milan in a quarterfinal clash that had everyone on the edge of their seats. After a shocking first leg defeat at the Etihad Stadium, City was down 3-1 on aggregate heading into the second leg in Milan. Pep Guardiola's side, known for their possession football, seemed to be out of ideas as Inter's defense held firm. But with Erling Haaland in their ranks, City always had a chance. Haaland scored twice in quick succession, and in the dying minutes, Kevin De Bruyne fired a spectacular volley to complete an extraordinary 4-3 aggregate victory. It's still fresh in the minds of football fans, and this comeback has already been hailed as one of the best of 2024. 8. Newcastle United's 2024 FA Cup semi-final comeback. Another stunning comeback from 2024 took place in the FA Cup semi-finals, where Newcastle United faced Manchester United at Wembley. Manchester United took a commanding 2-0 lead in the first half, and it seemed like Newcastle's dream of reaching the final was over. But Newcastle had other plans. In the second half, Bruno Guimaraes pulled one back, and Alexander Isak leveled the score with a brilliant solo effort. The game went into extra time, where Kieran Trippier scored a free kick that sent Newcastle to their first FA Cup final in decades. It was a fairy tale comeback that has already gone down in the history books for Newcastle fans. 9. The 2024 Women's World Cup quarterfinal, USA versus Japan. The 2024 Women's World Cup delivered one of the most unbelievable comebacks in recent memory. USA faced Japan in the quarterfinals, and by the 80th minute, the defending champions were down 2-0. Japan had dominated the game, and it looked like they were on their way to a famous win. But the USA wasn't done. Alex Morgan scored in the 83rd minute to give the Americans hope. Then, in the 89th minute, Megan Rapinoe fired in a stunning equalizer from long range to take the game to extra time. The match eventually went to penalties, where the USA prevailed, completing an astonishing turnaround. It was a reminder of why the USA remains a force in women's football. The 2024 La Liga title race comeback, Atletico Madrid. In 2024, Atletico Madrid pulled off one of the most dramatic comebacks in La Liga history to win the title. With just 3 games remaining, Atletico trailed Real Madrid by 6 points. It seemed all but certain that Los Blancos would lift the trophy, but Atletico had other plans. After Real Madrid dropped points in 2 consecutive matches, Atletico went on a winning streak, including a last-minute victory against Real Betis, where Juan Felix scored a stunning goal in the dying moments. On the final day, Real Madrid needed to win to secure the title, but they were held to a draw, allowing Atletico to leapfrog them and win the league by a single point. It was one of the most thrilling title races in recent memory, and a comeback that will be remembered for years to come. So, what is it about comebacks that makes them so special? It's the belief, the resilience, and the sheer determination to keep fighting when the odds are stacked against you. Whether it's a last-minute goal, a historic title race, or a European miracle, football's greatest comebacks remind us that it's never over until it's over. As 2024 unfolds, who knows what other unbelievable comebacks lie ahead? One thing's for sure, we'll be watching.